Well, for the time being, we have to move on to something else, something new. And this is a major development coming through. Adani Group's Vizhinjam International Seaport commenced operations yesterday as India formally welcomed its first cargo ship at the semi-automated transshipment port. Our colleague Vivek caught up with Adani Ports and SEZ's Executive Director Karan Adani. Let's listen in to some excerpts from this conversation.
This is one of the most strategic port, not just for India, but when you look at this whole region of South Asia. We are very confident that this port will help in reducing the cost of logistics for our importers as well as exporters of the country, and help in improving the manufacturing base and making it more competitive at the global scale. As you know, that most of the transshipment volume in India gets transshipped either at Colombo or Jebel Ali or Singapore.
Right.
And our idea is that to bring that cargo back into India and get it transshipped and make India a hub, and rather look at reverse I would say transshipment, where other countries' volume should be coming here and we should be doing transshipment over here. And we are very confident that this port today, it's at 1.5 million TEUs, so roughly 18 million tons of handling. We would take this port up to almost 5 million TEUs. That is roughly almost 60 million tons, and it will be a big boost towards the growth of our overall portfolio as well.
Understood. What is the total capex that's been spent on this particular port so far? How much further capex do you envisage, and when do you expect operations to stabilize over here?
Sure. So total capex between APSEZ and government put together is 8,800 crores. Our share is roughly 3,600 crores for the phase 1. And going forward, the whole master plan, which we have committed to complete by 28-29, we would be spending additional 20,000 crores to complete all the 4 phases.
You have quite a few ports in your portfolio, both domestic as well as international. How is this port different from those ports that you have, especially when you're talking about Mundra and some of the ports that you have abroad as well?
Sure. So this port will be a pure international transshipment, and also with the rail connectivity and road connectivity coming in, we do expect that South India volume this port will become the gateway. More importantly, this will allow our customers, container shipping lines, to create a network in India using this port as a hub, not just for Mundra, but whether it's Mundra, whether it's Hazira, or on the eastern part of the country, that is Dhamra as well as Gangavaram, Krishnapatnam.
Industry reports, feedback indicates that there's significant congestion both at Colombo as well as Singapore. So number one, how much volumes do you expect to take off from there, and how do you compete with them in terms of tariffs? Is there a tariff differential that you could share with us?
So, as you rightly said, there is enough congestion in both the places, and we do see that there is a capacity constraint globally right now, especially at the transshipment hubs. So we are not looking at any discounting or anything, but we are looking to be competitive with Colombo as well as Singapore, and rather play on our strength of having larger efficiencies and productivity and giving better service to our customers.
One more question. In terms of international operations, you have quite a lot, especially with the Haifa portfolio. What are your plans in terms of international operations? Have you identified any other ports or any other regions that you would like to cater to?
Yeah, so our strategy is to look at this region. So we have a Bay of Bengal strategy and Arabian Sea strategy. So look at countries on eastern part of Africa, look at Middle East, you look at Sri Lanka, Maldives, and on the other side you have Bangladesh, Cambodia, Vietnam. So these are the regions that we are looking at, and basically looking at high growth countries, either with large manufacturing base or with high population, so there is a high consumption.
Tell us about your plans for Adani Logistics. How do you plan to capture further market share over there, especially in terms of rail logistics? And the second question, because we are short of time, in case CONCOR does come up for bidding, as of currently, it appears as though divestment of CONCOR is on the back burner, but would you be interested in acquiring Container Corporation?
No, CONCOR is definitely a very strategic asset with the kind of positions and the ICD locations that they have. And I think it definitely adds a lot of value to our overall portfolio. So at the right value, we would be definitely looking at it and we would be considering it. Apart from CONCOR, that doesn't mean our plan stops. So we keep expanding our footprint. We are as of today implementing 3 new ICDs within the country, and we will look at keep expanding our footprint. And that is how we are looking at. And one of the other things that we are looking at is giving last mile delivery to our customers. And so basically not just giving port service, but port, rail, ICD as well as last mile, and giving a bundle service, so a single rate to our customers for end-to-end delivery.
One last question: any change in terms of guidance after this particular port has come into operation? So FY25 you have around 460 to 500 million metric tons as the target. Would you be upping that? And 2030 as of now, it remains
no change in current guidance, but yeah, 2030 we remain as we aspire to reach 1,000 million tons, 1 billion tons of volume handling.
Well.